So it is Monday, December 23rd.
Kind of like that.
What?
The music.
Okay, well, we can keep it going. December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. You guys ready?
The countdown is on.
It is. So we got Carl, John, me. We're ready for Christmas.
We are.
At least for now, anyway. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Don't want to get anybody mad.
Drown me out. That's not a bad thing.
Come on. So
You're supposed to be happy you won the fantasy football.
yeah,
There you go. Open with that.
there you go.
There you go. Open.
Look at that smile
I
now.
like that.
Look at that smile now.
I'll just sit back. And
Look at that. And, well, as you can see, we have the Saquon Barkley bobblehead up here with the trophy.
How could you not take them?
The man single-handedly took you from a 35-point underdog to a 35-point winner.
I
Come
must
on.
know something.
You must know something, or you got
Yeah,
lucky.
you do.
Cheers.
42 points by himself.
Oh man.
Did the Redskins even have a defense out there when they played them?
Look at it this way. It was a good day for Penn State football,
Absolutely.
right?
Miles Sanders.
We'll go with that.
Miles Sanders, Saquon Barkley.
We'll go with that.
Imagine that.
Huh? It was a great day.
It was a beautiful day.
Ooh.
Oh, now you're
turn
the
my
one.
volume
There
down.
you go.
See?
Jeez, bossing everybody else around.
I know. Gave me a bunch
Wait,
of credit.
I'm not the one that asked him. Don't put that on me.
Today.
Right.
Today you
Normally I do. You are correct there.
So fantasy football ended this week. We got this is the big week. We're gonna see everybody head to head this week with the viewers,
Yeah.
and then us three hosts are gonna go head to head with each other. So it should be a fun week.
Yeah, we know who's going to win that one, or who's not going to win that one.
Oh, hey,
So
we give you the props you want. 4-1.
I got
Not a
room
bad
in my
record.
trophy case.
There you go.
I got room. I got room.
And
oh god.
and then we'll have in 2 weeks we're gonna have the playoff one. That'll be fun as well. We get to pick 24 players for the two from each position in the AFC and the NFC position wise, and then see who outlasts who. In each round, the points will increase.
There you go.
So a little bit of thinking involved
A lot of thinking involved, actually.
initially, but once
So we got this
Seven-
week to worry about
Right,
first and
first.
foremost.
Yep,
we won't have our little 10-minute
tomorrow,
because it's Christmas Eve.
Right.
Santa Claus will be here.
Santa will definitely be here.
That's right.
He's flying in early.
Nice.
So
Mhm.
you guys, anybody needs any photo ops, autographs, I don't know, whatever it is that Santa does.
Yep.
He'll be here noon to 3.
Get your list then.
He'll be here.
1 to 3.
So,
All right. I will try to.
but
make
yeah,
it.
we will not have our normal fantasy football show.
Nope. Well, I'll post the winner of the raffles on our post like normal, but we just won't have our.
What was our prize again this week?
This week was the Wendell Smallwood
Wendell Smallwood
autograph mini
Mini helmet. Okay.
and then we have the John Doran boss, Tahani Jones,
John Dornbos.
and Cody Parkey 8x10 this week for this week's winner.
And the fans are booing Jake Elliott, huh?
Yeah,
How'd you like to have Cody Parkey back?
double blink.
Is he
God.
even in football?
He is. Well,
Yeah, where is he?
he was. I don't know if he is right now. He may be.
He's had a few jobs.
Yeah, because he was with the Bears,
Oh,
and they got cut with the
He
Bears.
didn't he sign a nice little
He
deal
did.
there?
He did.
Ugh.
They got-
why would they sign him?
well, kickers they move around.
A lot.
Everybody thinks they can fix a kicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very,
The board's loading up. We got
Oh, yeah.
Sean,
Yeah.
Dolly,
Yep.
Pierre,
So
Joseph
Mrs.
Nieves,
Stinger.
Mora,
Belinda.
Stinger. Yeah, we're loaded up. So you guys want to jump in with anything? Any birds talk?
did anything happen this weekend?
It's wide open. It's
There we
it's an open mic.
Open mic night. Here
It's
we
an
go.
It's an open mic night. The only thing that I really want to, I kind of like would maybe try to talk about, but
Okay.
it's not really that big of a deal. You know, all the Phillies teams seem to have a little something in common.
Okay. What's that?
They seem to be missing a piece.
Yes.
They miss a certain
Yep.
person, a certain something. You know, like the '08 Phillies, you know, you bring in a couple of guys, you know, to finish it up and,
Mhm.
and make it all come together. Well, all these teams, the Sixers, the Flyers, not so sure with the Phillies right now because they're a team in
Building.
Transition.
You know,
Yeah. Rebuilding.
but you know, even the Eagles and they didn't really make any moves except bring guys back off the practice squad,
Right.
which is paying off for them,
No, it is.
right?
It is.
But you know, the Philly sports team, and not so much Philly, but I emphasize Philly because that's us.
That's us, right?
You know what I mean? That's us, and that's all we really care about. It's what we talk about,
Right,
right?
right.
Exactly.
You know, but you know, you look at the Sixers, you know, and they're missing that shooter,
Right.
right? They're missing
finisher.
they're missing that guy, you know, that lockdown guy that can come down the
Yep.
court, boom, hit the 3-pointer, hit the transition,
Yeah.
and you know, go back the other way. They're missing the Butler, they're missing the JJ Redick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're missing, you know, and they let both those guys walk. And I understand that there's a lot of money involved,
Right.
you know, but you know, here we are, you know, I mean, we should be happy, and I'm very happy for the Eagles win yesterday.
Oh, it was a great win.
You know what I
Great
mean?
win.
I mean, I'm, you know, like I said on, I believe Saturday, the only thing I thought the Cowboys were going to win was the coin toss.
You called
You
that
know
one.
what I mean? I was,
Yep.
you know, I just thought if there was a redemption game to be had this year, this was
Right.
it. This was it. You know, I thought, you know, Doug kind of got things under control.
He did.
Um,
He did. I only had one problem with the one going forward on fourth down when he threw a pass, but other than that, the game plan was great this week. Yeah.
I'm honored that you're back on board.
I've always been on board.
I'm just
I got-
it brings the house back together.
I'm always on board.
You know, I feel like Washington where we we were divided.
divided on.
You know what I mean? But,
No,
you know, we're all back together
I-
now, right, Mario?
Yep.
We're all back together.
Well, the three of us are back here. Yeah.
You know,
No, I mean that's all I wanted. I just wanted him to do his job. That's all. I mean, he ran the ball. Like I said, I still today. Even today we argued about it.
So do you think the play calling was better?
It has been. He's been sticking with the run.
Okay.
That run / the little screen pass, which is still part
Right.
of the run. I think he listened to this fan's view last week, and we told him what they had to do, and they followed it pretty well. And
I mean, there
And
were
we
some. There were one or two bad play calls, but I'm okay with that
I
as long as it's not consistent.
only thought it was really that one fourth down,
Right.
that he went for. But other than that, it was a good game plan. I really. I'm back.
What?
I didn't have any feeling in that game other than that one.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
back on board.
Ah.
I'm back with Dougie. Dougie and me we're buddies now.
Good to have you.
You know, but it's just until he gets another pass happy game, then I won't be on board. That's all I want. Just do your job and put the team in the best
Oh
position.
God.
That's it.
see, even Dolly knows the play calling was much better.
Well, 'cause
Exactly.
She knows a lot about football.
Well,
You know,
hey,
You know, that's all. Because, like I said, the Dolphins game. If he would have ran the ball and had more time control.
It was
okay,
atrocious.
you run out of time, John O'Brien. Thanks for coming.
Okay, so he was back.
No, I was no. Oh, it was just
You're slipping back to the.
no. That's all it was. Was just that's
Yeah.
all. That's the only reason I
No,
complained.
I absolutely agree with you.
You
Do
know,
we need to go grab you a Snickers bar? Or
Yeah,
are you okay?
I'm good. It's always that. That's all it was about. Was that one game? It's the only time I complained about it.
8-7, first place.
That's all we can ask.
Huh?
for. We
Getting
got a home
getting
field.
ready to go to the Meadowlands and get into lockdown mode.
Okay, so
And then we got the Seahawks or the 49ers coming to us to play the home first game of the playoffs.
Slow down, Sparky.
yeah, we got to worry
Slow
about.
down.
We got to worry
Slow
about
down.
beat the Giants.
We got a game to win first.
Yes, we do. Oh, hey.
We got a game to win first.
So, how do you think next week goes?
Well, it's going to be tough again. You
Right.
know, with the Giants. I mean, just the ebbs and flows of look how great the Cowboys looked
Right.
against the Rams coming into our game, and then they look like two different teams. I mean, that wasn't the same team that played against
Yeah.
the Rams. And the Rams have a much better defense than us, at least on paper, supposedly. But we played a lot better this week. So
So if they play like they did yesterday, should be no problem. Although, you think Ertz is going to play next week?
he'll be on the field.
Right.
He's got the broken ribs, so
Right.
it's going to be.
We played with him
He didn't play.
yesterday.
He wasn't effective
No.
when he came back.
Right.
He's
You
even
could
if
tell he
use-
was in pain.
Well, you just use him as a decoy.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Right.
just put him in situational things. Goddard had a great game
Yes,
yesterday.
he
he
did.
stepped up.
Goddard had a phenomenal game.
If I believe that
Um,
was the only Dallas that scored a touchdown.
You know,
For the plane lane, the plane landed.
But it never,
that was
did
the
it
only
ever
touchdown.
take off?
Well, no, that was the only touchdown that the Cowboys had for the weekend.
Did they ever take off last night?
wait,
That wasn't.
I make the jokes around here.
I tried to steal on that one. From
I
you.
saw you did. I see where you went. I'm just glad to have you back.
Oh.
That's all. I'm just, it makes my Christmas. I don't care.
my God.
I don't care if I get anything.
There you
We got you back on board.
I was
You're
always
back.
on board.
You're back.
It's-
That's the bottom line.
It's just like you yell at
You
your
and
kids.
Dougie P. It's a marriage made.
You yell at your kids. You still love them.
But sometimes
Yeah.
you
Doesn't mean
got to
that
do
they
tough
were-
love.
You were in the dismiss mode.
I never said fire him.
You were in the
I was
dismiss
close.
mode. You were in the
It-
dismiss mode.
If he didn't change, yes, I still believe that. It's any coach. Jason Garrett is lucky that he's not one of our coaches. Whew.
Why's his name coming up?
Oh, that's a bad coach.
Well, he's going to get fired.
10
No.
years of nothing. Huh?
Then he's going to get fired. And he's going to become the Giants' new head coach.
That's okay.
Oh no, exactly.
Yeah,
What-
but then we still got to look at him in the division.
But that's okay.
It's
Man.
good to have you back. It's so good. It's
You know?
so good.
You know,
God.
it's just come on.
It's like what?
Butter and chocolate.
You're all good again. It's like we sent you out and you got rehabbed and you're all back.
And I'll just do that with my body and we're
God.
good.
All right.
It's just it's all good. We beat the Cowboys, and that's big. It's
Beating the Giants would be even better.
and
So,
things are working out. Seattle's banged up now. If they're the team that's going to be coming here,
I'll bring up my favorite subject of all, sports gambling.
okay.
Vegas took a monster hit.
Oh, I can imagine.
Monster hit.
both weeks, the Washington game too,
Yeah.
with that touchdown at the end of the game.
Monster hit. So I'm happy for my Eagles Nation, who sticks with their team faithfully.
Yep.
Not like some people. But if you bet on the Birds, you got a few extra shekels in your pocket, and I'm happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Oh,
happy
God.
for you. Happy to have John back. It's kind of like the theme tonight. It's open mic, so feel free to jump in anytime you want.
Hey, no problem. Dougie P, you're the greatest.
Oh, God. Well,
See,
I wouldn't go that
now
far.
you're being sarcastic.
Yeah, I wouldn't go
Oh,
that
come
far.
on.
See, now you're being sarcastic.
John, you do know you're never going to win, right?
What's that?
With him.
But he doesn't know that it goes in one ear and out the other.
Oh no, I do. I've spent enough hours with you this year. Trust me. I know. I know.
It just
Yeah.
goes. It's all right.
Yeah.
There's
That's the best way to deal with it.
There's always tomorrow.
So,
Exactly right.
given the outcome of the game yesterday, what takeaways do you have? Like, what was, and
How about our leader Carson Wentz?
11.
11.
How about it? Huh?
Stepping up, guys were just, I think they were about to call people off the sidelines, literally off the stands. Hey, you want to come out and play? with everybody going down throughout the game. He's just throwing passes, little swing passes here and there.
Yep. He was doing
He
pretty
played
good.
well. The line in front of him
Played well.
played really well.
Yep.
Except for one.
Well, Jason had a couple of hiccups,
He hurt us a little bit.
Which I can live with that. But I mean, no Lane Johnson.
Right.
You tell me, you're going to be able to control the line without
With those
Lane
two
Johnson
defensive ends that they got.
and Jason Peters,
Right.
having a couple of miscues.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, are we back to where we need to be? I mean, can this season be extended beyond next week?
It can be if we play like this, but let's not go overboard too and not be negative either. But they are 5 bad teams we just played. We're going to be playing. So I mean, it has a little bit to do with it.
But I'm also looking at game against
Patriots,
Seattle,
right?
game against the Patriots.
No, the defense played amazing.
I mean, yeah, you go to Miami and excuse the expression, you shit the bed.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's no other way.
Let's say it.
Do you
Say
think that game was a wake-up call for them?
It was, I'm sure, because they thought they could just go in and win it,
Right.
But I mean, it took overtime for the Giants the week after that,
Right.
and then it took, right to the last minute, really. I mean, Washington had the game until.
Well, you can go back to Super Bowl 52 and say the same thing.
Well, true.
You can say the same thing about that.
Other than that, we won.
Yeah, right to the last play.
Right. All right. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, it wasn't like we were dominating in these games, going forward. But we also had a lot of injuries. We can use.
So, moving to the Giants game and Saquon Barkley and the running game, and they're featured back. Doesn't that play right into our hands?
Well, it does.
I mean,
for
isn't
us,
that our strength?
for the
The way Schwartz loaded up the front yesterday and shut down.
Yeah, the only thing and again, the same thing with the Cowboys. Schwartz did a great job selling out to stop Elliott. But if he had any kind of a quarterback yesterday on the Cowboys, anything 15 yards over, they were wide open.
Should have been.
There was a lot of missed throws, a lot of drop passes on their end as well. That's be the only thing with Jones, their rookie quarterback. He just threw for 5 touchdowns and 350 yards. This past week.
I think
they got a couple, young wide receivers that can go deep and catch the ball.
But if Fletcher Cox and Graham, get to him and rattle him early, and,
right?
make some things.
Oh yeah, he's a rookie, so he's
happen,
going to
right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll struggle a little bit. But what was it, Slayton that beat us twice last week, or the last time we played them 3 weeks ago. So I mean, they have their threats as well. So it's just a matter of.
So for everybody jumping on board with us, it's This Fan's View. It's our holiday edition. It's Monday night. We're used to Wednesday night around here,
Yeah.
Kind of
but
threw me off.
Wednesdays are a little busy for the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
Right?
a little bit.
Christmas, New Year's, right?
We could have been here, but it would have been fair to the viewers.
No, not at all.
No.
I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have been here. No, you'd have had to dial me in from somewhere.
Yeah.
But so we'll be back again next Monday night
Same time.
for another holiday edition and talking about another Birds win.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I got a good feeling that Jake Elliott's going to redeem himself and get his leg.
I think he needs to
get
after
his leg.
yesterday.
Yeah, he's been great all year.
Yeah, he has.
He's been great. I got no gripes.
No.
I got no gripes. I really don't. You know what I mean?
And the ones that he's missed, they haven't cost us the games.
Right.
So-
Fortunately.
The cushion would have been nice,
Right.
and a couple extra points.
Oh, of course.
But I'm a happy camper.
But we had the Malik on him a little bit because he was on the viewers team.
Oh, there you go.
That would've been
Stirring the pot again.
10 extra points for
There
him.
you go, stirring the pot.
We had that extra fan blowing.
Some crazy things happen up in the Meadowlands, right?
Oh yeah.
Huh? Some crazy things happen in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Meadowlands. So
Absolutely.
we got to be prepared, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I think we'll be
We
fine.
got to be prepared.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think it's going to be an easy game, but I think we'll come out.
Yeah, I mean, Ertz was the king in the game against the Giants last time. So
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be the king of the game this time.
so you got to work. Hopefully Goddard steps up
Yeah.
takes his place, and Ertz can be the decoy, like we said, and and a decoy can always beat you every once in a while too.
Exactly right.
So give Ertz a couple easy passes here and there to open things up. So,
Yeah,
So what do you think? I know I'm kind of spinning this thing a little bit out of control, but I guess the talk today was that Deshaun Jackson could be back after the first round of the
Correct.
playoffs.
yeah, we'd have to win the first game in the playoffs.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that would be nice. Help open up the
Would give us
offense a little bit.
more
Would give us
artillery.
another veteran.
So I'm gonna
Receiver?
feed right into your menu
Mhm.
chart. Does Doug get him back in the swing of things right away? You talk
Oh.
about a decoy. You talk about getting him back on the
No,
field.
no. If he's able to go,
If he's healthy, you get him out there.
yeah, because all you're doing is sending him on a go route.
Right.
So he just does a couple wind sprints and
So that just opens up another weapon
right.
for 11.
Mm-hmm. A guy that's going to track a ball when he throws it up there.
The more we have, the less they know what we're going to do.
I mean that would be my only fear, and a little bit this week too with Jordan Howard coming back. We got into a nice flow with Sanders and Boston Scott
Yep.
and
Yep.
God. We're getting Goddard and Ertz into the game. Greg Ward is doing an awesome job. Catching everything that's thrown to him basically. Even was it Perkins Perkins, the other
Yeah,
tight end.
and who was it? Who was the other?
Davis was the other. They're stepping in. It's they're showing more because they want it. Where everybody's talking about, hey, well, if Aguilar and Alshon Jeffries is ready to come back,
Which
I
they
don't
should
know.
be, right?
well,
No,
Well, Aguilar's supposed to be back next week.
No.
I don't.
no, I don't think so.
No?
There's talks maybe for the playoffs, but I don't know that I want
I wouldn't want them to come back.
way things are going right at the moment.
Things are working
No.
fine now.
Especially Aguilar. Aguilar's done. He's not going to be part of next year.
Right.
Jeffrey.
Would you bring him back for cheap? Would you bring him back on a cheap contract?
You think he'd come back for cheap?
I
He
don't know.
may not get another contract.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That-
I don't know what GM's dumb enough to throw crazy money at him.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But maybe, he thinks he's, close to something here. And I mean, he's been stealing money for 5 years now?
I mean, the only way I'd bring him back is if Doug or the new offensive coordinator is going to say, "You're my slot wide receiver," and go from there. He's not a wideout. He could be the slot guy because he's seen in the Super Bowl year that was what we got the best out of him.
He's dropped too many passes for me.
Yeah.
I don't want him. I would say no.
He's just dropped way too many passes.
But that would be the only way.
Jim Wright's jumping on board, and we forgot to mention that Jay Ajayi was released today
Yes.
Yeah.
to make to bring Howard back into the fold. So,
Mhm. Yeah, like I said, that's the only reason I'd be a little bit concerned that he's going to try to get Howard into the game a little
the
bit
Bears will take him. Why do you say that, Pierre? Why will the Bears take Nelson Aguilar? Because they take all of our leftovers.
All our rejects.
more. Yeah.
Notice he said Bears and not Packers because he's a big Packers guy. Oops. Merry Christmas. That Trey Burton thing didn't work out too well, did it?
Not
Not
for the
really.
Bears. Nope.
Sproles is retiring.
Mhm.
Kudos to Darren Sproles. What,
Yeah.
5 years here in
Yeah.
Philly? 5 good years,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Help win us a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Mhm.
What do you think about him being a coach? Think he's
Well, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, that he would do it. I mean, because he's still got a young family a little bit, so
Right.
Um,
Spend some time with them first. Take some time
yeah,
off.
and then maybe come back. It'd be a nice addition.
well. We should we need to give a warm greeting to John Roberts.
I just saw he
John
popped on.
Roberts is watching.
JR. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
JR on the board.
I'll tell you.
But yeah, I mean it's crazy to think the year that we've had the ups and the downs,
Oh, yeah.
and there just seems like there's been more downs than ups.
There has been.
You know what I mean? It's just been to think here we are 8-7.
Right.
We're rolling
Oh, yeah.
into the last game of the season, right? And,
Mhm.
and destiny's in our hands,
Right.
right? We win and we're in.
Right.
Real simple.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this year has been
crazy.
struggle.
It's been crazy.
It
I
really
mean, the
has.
injuries. I mean, have just.
This is really not the way you want to win the division.
Yeah.
This is not the way your season you want your season to go.
Our Vikings fan checked in.
Yeah.
Packers?
Yeah.
Question marks?
Yeah.
Skull, baby.
She's happy because she's happy that the Vikings made it. They clinched their spot this week.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's gonna be happy there watching the Vikings for that 1 week. I mean, hopefully two.
Yeah.
uh,
We got a lot of people watching, and
But,
we certainly appreciate all the,
Little comments.
Yeah, I mean it's great to have all y'all on, every week jumping on and
It's amazing.
comments, questions, whether you agree, disagree. We're all sports fans, right?
absolutely.
We're all sports junkies.
For the most
Yeah.
part,
It's
yeah.
all Philly sports for us.
Sorry.
But I mean we incorporate
We
the,
got people
the
all
Vikings
over.
and the Vikings and the Packers.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
And the Bears and
you know,
Omai.
God.
But
Oh, Mrs. Belinda or Mr. Belinda just joined.
I saw that. Yeah.
He was allowed to use his account.
It's,
What's that?
He was allowed to use his account.
Well, it might be her using his account. Make him sound smart.
So
Sorry, Tom. I haven't talked to you in a while. I got a bust on you.
we're halfway through the show. We've talked all Eagles, and I'm perfectly fine talking all Birds.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have any other, conversation or, any.
Have the
any-
Phillies done anything?
Sign a couple minor leaguers.
Right.
Minor league
Nothing
deals.
major yet, right?
No.
So we still don't have pitching.
Well, you got Zach Wheeler, you
Zach
got
Wheeler.
Didi, Gregorius. I mean, they're two. They're two big pieces.
All right.
Yeah.
Do they have enough? Probably not.
Right.
No.
Probably not. Not unless somebody steps up. We're talking about the Eagles and the practice squad, and look at that.
Right.
Isn't it about time that the Phillies have somebody from the minors
Hold on.
or
Hold on. Did you see who's watching?
Renee?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Renee. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yeah.
He had a big splash
He
down
did.
in the city yesterday.
He did.
He shut down 9th Street, from what I understand.
He almost
Wow.
shuts down 9th Street. I think he owns that part of South Philly.
Good for him. He deserves it.
He does. He's awesome.
Yeah.
We need to do a show from down there one day.
We've been saying it.
I know we just have to. We got to, like he says, we got to make it happen.
Yes, we do.
So even if it's like an offshoot, not a regular scheduled show, just maybe one Saturday night go down there and do a little live spot. We'll talk about that.
But so you jump in, because you flip the hat. You're now you're not John O'Brien anymore. You're now Job Philly fan. You're not happy because they didn't sign Bumgarner. They didn't sign
Where you?
Rayu and who Dallas Keuchel.
That's like,
You wanted to you just wanted to just write blank. Here's blank checks.
well,
I don't agree. I personally don't agree with any of those, because I don't think, you throw 15, 18, 20 million dollars around for, okay players. And I understand the market, and that's what people are willing to pay. But
my only thing was originally I wasn't in on them because I thought the way they were talking, they wanted 100, 120 million for those guys, and to see what they signed for made it more intriguing to go out, because unfortunately the Phillies, as far as starting pitching, we don't have many guys coming up from the minors to replenish
Right.
what we need.
well,
Just-
we do, but we don't.
Well,
We do,
Well-
and we don't.
we got Spencer Howard going to be coming.
Have you given up on Adonis Medina? Have you given up on Cole Irvin?
Well, no, those guys. Cole Irvin's the only one that would be close for this year. But a Medina would be at least another
You
year.
know, do you reset the buttons on Velasquez and
Pavetta.
Nick Pavetta under Brian
Price.
Price and Joe Girardi? You know, do they get a mulligan and a do over?
I mean,
There's signs there that they could be good.
right.
They
But we were
did-
saying the same things last year.
I,
That's my only concern, and,
Hey,
and it's one of those things.
I'm
where,
asking the question.
No, I know. I mean, that's the only reason for me. It's just that we've been down this road, and now it's going to be
Too many times.
It's going to be year 2 now
Right.
with Bryce Harper. Our last year with JT Realmuto signed anyway.
That's got to get done.
Well, no, we agree
I
that
think
we
that's-
agree that's got to
They
get
still
done,
haven't closed that deal
but
yet.
it hasn't. Nothing's been signed yet with that.
Jesus.
So not that means it's anything. It's
Right.
just they just might be letting it play out and go from there.
Okay.
And both sides seem to want each other. It's just a matter of just getting it the right numbers.
We are what, less than 7 weeks till spring training starts, right? So what is it? I think that the 12th or the 13th we get down there.
12th of February.
Yeah.
So
So what happens in January? Because next 2 weeks nothing's going to happen.
well, we're gonna have to do some. Like we've been saying, if we're not gonna be buying a guy, we're gonna have to make a trade.
Right.
Robbie Ray's name's out there, David Price's name's out there. It was just a matter of my thinking of having to go get those guys was that you're not going to have to give up your couple top guys.
Right.
You can just buy it and then go from there and fix things as it goes. And hopefully that would be your solution, because then if you have 5 starters, 6, with an F1 mixed in there with Arrieta, that can give you 6-7 innings every night, your bullpen's going to look that much better.
You think Arrieta has a good year this year? He
Whatever,
should.
well, no, whatever he gives is going to be a bonus.
Okay.
I mean, we've seen what he's been for the past 2 years.
Right.
He's been good when he can pitch.
When he can pitch.
Right. And
That's the problem.
right. And and that's what I'm saying. So with him and with him F1 as 5-6
Right.
type of thing. If we can hold Arrieta off in April a little bit, where we don't have to use him as much, and then have him down the stretch, that would be that much
Okay.
better.
I'm okay with that.
That was my only reasoning for that.
Well, our good friend Stephanie Brogdon brings up a good point that the Phillies need to speed up the process of some of these young arms.
Yep.
And I guess that's part of where my thinking goes along the lines of, we need somebody to jump out in spring training.
Right.
Whether it's
her son Connor.
whether I mean there's
he's got
some
the
young
arm.
there's some young arms down there.
Right. I mean, he was a starter.
You know,
2 years ago in Lakewood. And then the Phillies have this philosophy, with Kapler and them, that they wanted guys pitching, starting, and also the bullpen. So then Connor moved to the bullpen, and he likes doing that as well. But he was part of that devastating rotation that we had in Lakewood that year 2 years ago.
Okay, so Belinda has a good question. Who's our ace? Do we have one?
I mean, I think it has to be Nola. That
would be my guess.
He's your guy. I mean,
Right.
he's been your guy. I mean, until Wheeler wins, 10 in a row and, unseats him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you may not have a say, here's your ace, but you're going to have the two of them, Wheeler and
Close to it.
right. But
I mean, Nola didn't have a very good year last year, but not many Phillies did.
no, and I think a lot of that was with our pitching, Chris Young.
Yeah, who-
Another one
changing
of your favorites.
Oh yeah, change. The
Who
guy's
replaced
a
him?
Cy Young, and he's candidate. He's up there in the top 3 for Cy Young, and then we want to change his grip over the season.
Okay, here we go.
Brian Price.
That's right. Okay.
Here we go.
I mean, come on. that screwed him up. That affected him. Just saying.
Just saying.
As our buddy Hollis Thomas would say. Just saying.
Speaking of Hollis, I think he had fun yesterday. I know he had fun Saturday, but I think he had a whole lot of fun yesterday.
Yes, he did.
All right. So here's my question: when does he not have fun? Because he has fun no matter where he goes.
Mm-hmm. Well, how can you not?
Exactly.
You know?
So
So who bought the donuts? Did he bring his
Joe
own donuts?
Stinger.
Just
Joe
Did he
Stinger
really?
brought the donuts. And he sat here and ate how many? 4?
That's a
He
snack for
left a
him.
couple. He left a couple.
No, he didn't leave any. He took them with
Well,
him.
no. Well, he left a couple to stay for the car ride home.
I hope he doesn't make a biggest mess in his Maserati as he did on the floor.
Yeah.
I've never had to vacuum up after a signing before. That was a first.
Yeah.
Oh God!
There was 4 donuts, but I think he really only technically ate
Ate one, and the rest were on the crumbles.
So, and I'm going to go back to my question at the beginning of the show. What do the Phillies need? Top priority. What do they need?
Okay.
If Bohm's not ready, a third baseman,
Then we need third base.
we'll need a third baseman.
So
And that's why I say Bohm's are our linchpin for a World Series.
Whether it's this year, next year, or the following
Because
year.
he's going to be that guy that's going to take up third base, give us a bat if he can play third.
okay. So
Driving a bunch of runs, and he's going to be under a rookie contract that will be able to get another pitcher once Arrieta and Bruce and Segura possibly if he's moved on.
I think Mr. Kennedy makes a good point. They're going to let Girardi have this year, see what improvements he can make after the, I mean, if you think about it,
Position wise, I mean, there's not a whole lot open.
right?
No. Third base is really
There's not a whole lot open.
as long as you're going to put Kingery at second base and leave him there.
Well, you're gonna. It's either Segura or Kingery
Right.
if you don't make a move.
Right.
If you don't make a move, it's simple.
Yeah, it's simple there. Right.
You think they trade Segura?
They may-
Personally, I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping they put a package together like they did with JT Realmuto last year.
Yeah.
Where you unload a big contract like you did with Santana.
Right.
You throw in a prospect like you did with J.P. Crawford.
Yep.
Who else was in that deal? A minor league pitcher?
Well, for JT, now that was out to Arizona. I mean,
Seattle.
for
Sorry, but you gave up. You gave up your
was
young
against
catcher.
Segura.
Yeah, you gave up your young catcher
Alfaro
to
and
get JT.
Sixto.
Right.
And Sixto.
But I'm talking about the trade to Seattle.
Mhm.
You unloaded Santana's contract. J.P. Crawford was a prospect,
And that was it. And we got back Segura.
but wasn't there a minor league pitcher involved? Why did I think there was? But maybe not.
Oh no, you're right. It was the lefty,
So I'm kind of
the guy in Lakewood.
I'm kind of feeling.
Will Stewart. No, Stewart was with JT's contract as well.
I'm kind of feeling the same scenario there, trying to
Right.
move Segura and that money, 14, 15 million for the next 4 years.
Okay.
You're going to have to give up a prospect to move that contract,
Correct.
but you got to also find somebody to play third base.
Right.
Me personally, I think Alec Boehm has put in the work
Mhm.
for
Give
the
him a
past
shot.
year that he goes to spring training, wins the job, boom, he's your guy.
Well,
But if they're not thinking that, then I
Don't know where they're
there's,
at.
There's a process
So-
because if you bring in a high priced third baseman at that point,
Right.
then you're putting
Pitching.
pushing him back and delaying his progress, which I'm not
If
I'm
he's
not a
not-
fan of.
if he's
Right.
not even one of the guys that are going to be moved in that trade,
Yeah.
if you're getting a third baseman like a
So-
Chris Bryant,
So how do we look for relievers?
Well, that's where a lot of work's still to be done, I think.
Right.
that yeah. But I think again, if we upgrade our starting pitching,
Right.
Yeah, Sexto Sanchez was
Yeah.
the other deal.
well, Sixto
He was in the
Will,
JT trade.
Will Stewart and,
Right.
and Realmuto went or Alfaro went in the Realmuto trade.
Thanks for the coffee, by the way. Outstanding. Outstanding.
Well, can you call that coffee with 35 sugars and 16 creamers?
Did I bring enough creamers and sugar back for you?
You want to talk about a Snickers bar?
You got 20 minutes. It may be your last 20 minutes.
Oh God!
It's
It was 4 sweeteners. This is a
24 ounces.
24
this
ounce.
is a big coffee.
Big boy.
It's a big coffee.
You might not be sleeping tonight. You might be just
Probably not.
And then, well, mine was half and half.
Oh,
But half
What's
regular,
half? What's
half,
half?
half,
I never
caffeine.
understood that. What the hell's that mean?
half regular,
Okay.
half caffeine.
Okay.
Or no caffeine.
half decaf.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Just
What?
less caffeine.
And
The way he doesn't shake.
Yeah. I won't be shaking while we're doing the show. And it's, as you can see, black.
Puts hair on your chest.
I got enough of that.
That's what my grandfather always told me. No, I think we're going to have to now with most of the top pitchers off the market. Like I said, Troy Morton might be another name that's on the move.
so you got to put a trade together
Right.
to grab one of these guys. Archer out of Pittsburgh.
Right.
I look for an Archer Marte type deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, right now we're a pitcher short.
Okay.
Okay.
And a third baseman is where
But- Did you expect them to get all the pitching situated in 1 year?
if Middleton is serious about being all in, you have to.
Okay.
Because
The way I look at it is, as far as pitching goes, there's entirely way too much for him to do all in one offseason.
well, if you would have gotten two more pitchers this past week, you're set.
Right.
And you're going to be over the luxury tax a little bit, but it's for 1 year. But you'll
So
be
you
over
can
the
deal
luxury.
with it.
And then Arrieta's money's coming off the books.
I got a
Bruce is
funny
coming off
feeling
the
we're going
books.
to be talking about this for a few weeks to come.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I don't
honestly-
think they're done.
Well,
I don't
no.
think they're done.
And they can't be,
Yeah.
because let's face it, if you the way we are right now, we were 20 games back of the Braves. We were 10 or 11 games behind the Nationals. The Nationals, lost a little bit with Rendon, but they're talking about getting Donaldson or maybe Chris
Yeah,
Bryant.
but I can't even comprehend those numbers based on what we went through with the prior
Kapler.
manager.
No, I
The
understand.
5 games that you absolutely look like swamp dust in Washington. I mean, I can't even go there. I can't even go there. I mean, that was horrendous.
No. I mean,
But can we move on to another sport?
Sure.
You've
this is your show when we're just
no. You're the only guy who's got 2 names.
Well, my other one got hijacked.
They offered it back.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. They
I-
offered it.
Did
back.
they?
I didn't get it off.
They
of
offered back to you. You just didn't want to bring it back.
I didn't see it offered back to me.
No.
No. Honestly,
Try to change it. See what
I'm
happens.
not that technically good with the Facebook either. I just know how to.
We'll
on there.
figure it out off air.
It's all right.
So the Flyers tonight are home to the Rangers, New York Rangers, who always give us fits. I don't care who's
Yeah.
on the team. They've been playing well, right?
Yeah.
They've been playing well.
Yep.
JVR's out of the doghouse. But here I got numbers for you.
There you go.
You're gonna love it.
Let me hear
You're gonna love these
me hear
numbers.
it.
You're a numbers guy, right?
Yeah. Oh,
So the numbers I got for you, the name Jake Voracek, right?
Oh,
we hear
Right?
that once in a while on
Jake
the show.
Voracek.
he knew you were going to talk about it.
Jake Voracek just passed
As he joined us.
Rod Brindamore in assists.
There you go. But he stinks.
I'm throwing numbers.
Oh, I know.
I'm just throwing numbers at you.
They're hollow numbers, though, according to Joe.
Hollow numbers. Hollow numbers.
That's what we'll hear. I'm not saying they are.
You're the numbers guy. You're always crunching.
Yeah.
You're always crunching the numbers, and I'm just throwing it out
There
there.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing it at
Trade Voracek. It's there.
God.
Jack, it's not going to happen for Christmas.
Probably
Right.
not. So I think he read your mind, knew you were going to bring him up,
And he
it's
joined.
and joins just before you bring his name up.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Abreu of the Flyers.
See that? All numbers, because that's what Jack says about Bobby.
God,
You know, but
that's funny.
It's
numbers
you know,
are numbers.
They are.
You know what I mean?
They are.
They all count in the score books.
They are.
True.
You know,
Very true.
young team, very. You know, the speed is there. Goaltending,
Oh.
right? Carter Hart.
Yeah, he's looking great.
You know, so we got this. We're there.
Mhm.
We just need to add a piece.
And
Well, with the Flyers, it might be more of a, and not that it could happen, but it might be more of a subtraction.
Really?
of
Well, of a Voracek or a Drew.
What are you going to get back?
Well, you may not be getting much back. Well, I'm just saying, like the subtraction of those guys to let the young leaders, come in might be kind of
Giving up a lot of offense with Claude.
Well, no,
And I've questioned his toughness. I'll be the
No.
first to.
but you know what I'm saying. As far the same thing. Jeffrey was putting up numbers. Aguilar even went missing. Getting rid of those guys might be a bonus. We've been saying that for a little
The
bit.
Phillies got better when they traded Abreu, and they were supposed to be taking a step back, right?
Supposedly,
so what's that tell you?
it's just
So
it's
instead of
complacency. You know what I mean? Like they've again same thing with Pavetta and Velasquez. These guys have you see what they do every year. Good numbers, but does those numbers translate us going further in the
That
playoffs?
Arrieta contract was a bad deal to
begin with.
That was just you talk about
Like-
just stupid money signing a pitcher to sign a pitcher. That was just
you think that was done to shut everybody up, saying we need pitching?
Well, of course, it was just he was the
No.
big name. He was the big name,
Right.
so
Right. Right.
and that's my only. Well, not my only, but that's one of my problems with Clintack. He's good for throwing the money at these guys,
But
and then like a McCutcheon.
right,
It was the Flyers segment.
I know it was.
And you go back to the Phillies, you go back to the Eagles.
You brought up the Phillies. I'm just.
I didn't bring up the Phillies. I brought up the Flyers.
No,
I
I know
no,
you were talking.
you immediately jump ship on
You
me
talked.
again.
You were talking about Jake Arrieta.
no, actually, Jack brought up Phillies.
Yeah,
He-
with
Abreu. Comparing Abreu with
Yeah,
Voracek.
and then we were with Arrieta, bad contract. That's all I'm saying. I was going back to. I'm just trying to follow the flow of the show.
Oh, the flow of the
Yeah,
show.
we have no flow.
No, I know,
It's just-
but I mean, it is Flyers talk. But we were talking. You went with that.
All right, so
I mean-
it's real back to the Flyers.
I mean, it's that.
You
That's
messed up the flow. You messed up the stinking flow.
but that's the thing with the Flyers. They have the young core, coming through. And,
No doubt. And the
You
new
know,
GM is not afraid to bring up the young guys.
right.
Much like the old GM,
Right.
he sat on his hands, and that ended up costing him his job.
Right. Make them
The
wait.
new guy,
wait.
the new guy is he's like, let's bring him up,
Right.
throw him in there, let's go.
Well, that's they're hungry.
And I think the Phillies, and I'll bring the Phillies back into it, need to do the same thing. No, I know. You were there. No, you were there. You were there.
No, exactly.
You were
it's
there.
it's it is.
Where's the muzzle?
I already locked it up and thrown away the key.
It's
Oh my God.
like I said, the whole all Philly sports.
Yeah.
And it was a great weekend, by the way.
Oh,
it was,
was.
a phenomenal weekend.
Nova started
Absolutely.
us off.
So I'm going to ask, who's the best coach in Philly? Who's the best coach in Philly sports?
Current?
Right now.
Right now, Jay Wright.
Yeah.
Girardi's up. Girardi hasn't coached
He
yet.
hasn't won
No,
anything.
he hasn't won yet.
Come
but,
on.
but I know.
Come on, here we go with the Phillies talk again.
Well, no, Jay Wright is. I said Jay Wright, but I'm saying Girardi's going to be up there. But
But
Okay, so
And-
you
and
got to
then-
you
and
got to
then
take
Peterson's
you got to take him
close.
out of the equation.
oh no, it's Jay Wright.
great weekend. Phenomenal weekend.
I'll take that.
Starting off with
I
big
think
win over
the
Camp.
Philly
The top.
teams were 7-0 this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
7-0. What more can we ask for?
Right.
Merry Christmas.
We're sitting here dissecting this and
As Jeff
pulling this
Garcia
apart.
said, "Merry Christmas, Philadelphia."
Who said it?
Jeff Garcia, when they beat the Cowboys back in 90 or 06 or whatever it was. Merry
Wow.
Christmas, Philly. You know, it's
Uh-oh.
it is a
Right.
big.
Here comes Stephanie with a Flyers
Uh-oh.
zinger. I can see
Uh-oh.
it. I can see it coming.
I think she was trying to bring us back to the Flyers.
So about those.
So about those Flyers.
I know she's a
Yeah.
Minnesota Wild
Yeah, I
fan.
can see where this is going.
Yeah.
I can see where this is going.
Yeah,
Yep.
God.
Yeah, weren't we just there?
We were.
Didn't we just get our butts handed to us?
yeah. That's what she's bringing that up. You know, she's trying to think that it, you know, she's trying to make us come back to the Flyers, but it's all about the Minnesota Wild. You know, we could see it.
All right. So did you want to talk Sixers before we start wrapping up, or
Oh, we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes is like
10 minutes could be an hour?
he's not a Sixer guy.
All right.
Oh,
He-
yes, I am.
no, you're not.
Yeah, Brett Brown is soft. You want, the whole Sixers team is soft.
Wait,
See,
what?
I was right. She was trying to help us get back on track.
Wait, what happened to this?
Well, that was about the Phillies.
Yeah.
Brett, the Sixers.
We're in Detroit tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're on the road. They
So
gotta-
do they continue the streak?
What streak?
Phillies team's winning this.
Well,
Extend the
you
weekend
got
a little
Flyers
bit.
and Sixers tonight.
Right.
You got Flyers and Sixers.
They need to grow a couple marbles. The
Well,
Sixers.
yeah.
I mean, Embiid. You know, come on. You know, you got to toughen up.
But hasn't he always had to toughen up?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. You got to.
So
It's time to show up.
I don't see that happening, unfortunately.
No, you're gonna have to. You're getting paid. You got to step up.
Well,
Simmons, same thing. You know, take
Yeah.
that shot. You know, people have missed shots before. Michael Jordan's missed shots before.
yeah,
And
everybody's
games.
missed shots.
You know, you're not going to make it.
LeBron.
Right.
He ain't never seen a shot he didn't like.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You're not gonna miss it unless you take a shot. You know, and that's what you know. He's afraid. He's afraid
You miss every shot you don't take,
to
right?
fail. You know,
You think that's what it is?
that's exactly what it is. You know, supposedly his outside shots doesn't look the prettiest, so everybody's going to make fun of him.
But he went to
Guess
see the
what?
shot doctor this
Right,
offseason.
no, but he makes them. So who cares? Make the shot. You know,
Or better yet, take the shot.
take the
Yeah.
shot.
You
know?
miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right.
Which-
You know, it's just
Sounds cliche,
you
but it's
you
true.
open up the whole court if he gets shots.
Yep.
You know, and that's where Brett Brown's soft because he's too much their friend. You know, he's grown
Who's
up.
that remind you of?
Oh yeah, well, that's all Philadelphia sports.
Without going back to that.
No, that's what we were saying with all Philadelphia sports. It's all the same.
Right.
You know, now it's changed. The Flyers got a new manager. The Phillies got a new manager. You know, Peterson. You know,
So let me ask you this. You bring up many good points, and that's a compliment.
Thank you.
It's a compliment. Is Brett Brown going to be the coach when they eventually win?
Ooh.
You know, I was hoping that in this year to be saying yes, that he would be the coach, but he's not changing. You know, he's not being tough on these guys. You know, he's known Ben Simmons since he's 12, 13 years old in
Wow.
Australia. You know,
do know a little basketball. I'm going to
Just because he doesn't like it doesn't mean he doesn't know it.
I'm going to take a step back.
it's just you got to demand more. You know what I mean? It's like you said. It's
God, Jack cracks me up.
you know, it's just
Definitely Voracek. Definitely Voracek. I got the answer to that. He just can't hit the damn net. That's all. Both of them got something in common. Neither one of them hit the net. But Voracek's got the harder shot.
you know, it's just you gotta. That's what separates. You know, Embiid the same way. That's what separates the greats. The
Right.
greats are just give me the damn ball. I'm taking it to the hoop. You're not going to stop me no matter what it was. Michael Jordan, everybody knew in Utah he was getting the ball for the final shot. There was 12 guys. There's only 5 on the court, but 12 of them were covering him,
Right.
and he still sinks the last shot. You know, it's you got to have that within you
Well,
You know.
I hear where you're going with this whole toughness thing, and I trust me, I agree with you 100% because I feel like the guys that play him, they maul him,
right,
they get real aggressive
and then,
with
and
him,
he gets weak.
and he breaks
So-
down early.
right.
He breaks down early, and
Yeah.
He's soft.
he caves in.
Mhm.
Like they got a couple centers, and they're going to use up all them fouls.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're not going to let him. And next thing you know, he's 30 feet from the basket, throwing up all these threes.
Right.
He's not afraid to shoot.
No, he's not. And that's the thing, where Simmons has, played basketball his whole life, Embiid hasn't. But Embiid has been probably the biggest, toughest, baddest guy going. Same thing with Simmons.
So
He can do
let
whatever
me-
he wants.
Let me ask you about Simmons. Think he's got a case of the yips?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know about the yips. I think he's a pretty boy. Meaning he thinks
Well, he's back dating that girl again.
I know. Well, that might be part of it too. I don't know. But
He drives pretty fancy cars.
well, he's a pretty boy. It's all show. Like, what I mean? Like he's down. Like when you were in high school, when he was in high school, he was a foot taller than everybody. He slammed.
Yeah.
He drives to the basket. He scored 35 points a night. He never took a jump shot in high school. Everything's been slam dunks.
I'm sorry, John. We only got an hour, and time is just about up.
I'll
I
stop.
mean, you again, you took control.
Hmm.
You took
You
control.
asked me.
That's okay.
Ask me
It's all
questions.
It's all good. What? Any special requests from Santa? For Santa? From Santa? And anybody?
I will request just at least one championship this
One
year
championship this year.
coming up
Ooh.
next season. Sorry.
1920 season?
No, 2020 season.
Oh, 2020 season. Okay.
I'm going big. I want one. I don't care who it is.
Well, that's not going big.
Well, big enough for us. I think it is. I think it's asking a lot, but I'll do it anyway.
If you're gonna get one, Sixers.
The Sixers are up 21-4.
There you go.
We got an update
See that?
from
See,
from Belinda.
See, we got
21.
see. They hear us. We call them out. They got to get tough.
When was the last time they won a championship?
83.
83? Yeah, it was when I was in high school. Okay. So you figure it's a long time.
So he wants a championship next year. You've got any requests? What manager would you like to see fired?
I just want to see pitching rotation.
A good pitching rotation.
You want to see a
A good,
good pitching rotation.
You need
starting
to
pitchers.
specify good.
Give me one or two guys.
Right.
I need another, at least one more starter.
God, Jack just cracks me up. We should have him on the show once.
He's shy.
Yeah, I can see he's very shy.
He's shy. He's a keyboard guy. Remember,
That's where he can hide.
when he wasn't able. He didn't want to answer questions at the.
Oh, that's right.
He's a little shy.
That's right.
He's
All
the
right.
farthest thing from
Well,
I
he's
kinda
would.
figured that.
He's not shy.
I would say so too, but that's what he said.
Oh, Belinda wants a Stanley Cup.
I'm with Belinda.
What?
I just don't know that it can happen next year.
Yeah, for this year,
I just
2020 would be your best chance. Is with the
because they're
Sixers.
right there. They're right there at the bottom of the playoff.
Right.
Worst plays best
Right.
kind of thing. So it could be tough. The Sixers should be the closest, but I'll tell you what. Christmas Day,
That's
they
going to
played
be
the
big
Bucks.
games.
Yeah.
They played a Bucks.
Bucks
I
are
mean-
playing tough too right now.
They're their best team and probably
Now, see, Ben Simmons has got to follow that guy. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name, but it's a little bit more than 4 letters. But that guy's a ball player.
Oh, 21-14. She forgot a number.
You forgot it.
damn you, Belinda. Damn you.
Wait, aren't you working?
Yeah, I just want to see, baseball. Baseball's my love. And that's,
I want to see them back into playoffs.
right. Well, that's
I want to
Would be
see 'em-
nice.
I mean, I think all 4 of our teams are there.
well,
We're there.
We're close.
We're there. We critique them every week.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
We critique them, and rightfully so.
Right.
There's 9 million other podcasts and
It's our
radio
job.
shows, and
It's our job.
you
That's
know,
why we
it's,
get paid.
it's Philly sports. It's Philly sports. It's the best damn thing around.
Absolutely.
Right? All of our teams,
Mhm.
even the Union, right?
Right.
Yep.
Even the soccer team made the playoffs this year,
Yeah.
first
Yep.
time ever.
First time ever.
Right? Huh? There's
Yep.
my one and only soccer reference for the year.
I believe they won a game too.
They did.
Yeah, they won their
So
They did.
first
They did.
first playoff game.
And I you know, again, you guys, everybody that participates and comes out to our shows, and Mario, John, myself, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas.
You know what I mean? It's the best damn hour that I spend
Yeah,
in a week.
absolutely.
You know, I
absolutely.
enjoy the living hell out of doing this, or we just enjoy it.
Absolutely.
We enjoy it.
We do. Yeah, I mean,
Just between us and all the viewers we got.
oh my God.
It's the fantasy football, the shows on the road. I mean, we've grown.
Who says Philly fans aren't loyal?
Yep.
Even to us.
It's time for me to go home and wrap presents. Okay.
Huh?
All right. Well, Merry Christmas
Merry Christmas,
To all.
everybody.
to all.
Yeah.
And
Have
to all, another
happy
good
and-
night.
Good night.
Happy and healthy, and
Right. We'll be right back here again next Monday night.
Yep.
And
6:30.
we're going to be talking about an Eagles win.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
No. Another-
and a home
ano-
playoff game.
And another Eagles win.
With the
All
home
right.
playoff
And
game.
we'll send you off.
Merry Christmas.
So,
Home
Good
cooking,
time.
Joe Stinger.
Have
Home
a
cooking.
holly jolly Christmas.
little girl alive.
It's the best time of
All right.
the year.
Great show. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Know
We'll,
if there'll
see
be
you next
snow,
week.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Have a
Christmas.
cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly